All right, for 11.2 now, we're going to look at what we call probability distributions. And so with probability distributions, what we're going to be seeing along with all this new vocabulary is that the probabilities, we can look at it distributed over a graph of certain probabilities. So to start us off, let's start with what type of variables we might have. We're going to call a variable random. That just means we don't know what we're going to get. It's going to be any random number. And there's two types of random values. We could have discrete, which means it can't be anything, and it has to be like a whole number. So like, for example, the number of car accidents per year, you can't have half a car accident, but you could have one car accident, two car accidents, three, and so on. Or continuous, which means you could have decimals. So the number of miles driven, you could drive 3.5 miles, you could drive 10.101 miles to get to school. You could do any of those type of things. That's a continuous random variable, whereas discrete would be a whole number. So to begin this lesson off, let's just look at some examples, see if we can determine. So this first one says, let's see if it's continuous or discrete when X represents the number of times your phone rings before being answered. So the phone rings, and it rings, and it rings, and you answer it. Well, you answered on the third ring, or maybe you answer on the second ring. Well, that would be discrete, because no matter what, we would be answering the phone on a ring. The ring, your phone cannot ring 3.5 times. So that's just kind of to help you out understand. The phone cannot ring 3.5 times, only whole numbers. So therefore, it's discrete. Part B, it says, okay, what if X represents the amount of time between when the phone first rang and when it's answered? This would be continuous, because you could answer after 1 second, 1.5 seconds, 3.253 seconds, etc. So since you can wait all these different times, this would be continuous. So here's one for you to try. Pause the video if you need to.